In 2009, a diadem green roof system was chosen for the largest green roof in Hungary, above the newly constructed wastewater management facility in Budapest. The whole Greenlandia project took just 15 days. This short film tells the story of its construction. The roof consisted of almost 23,000 square meters of flat concrete with a waterproof layer of bitumen. The architect worked closely with Diadem's engineers and landscape architects to plan an intensive three-dimensional green space that would be stunning to look at and easy to maintain. Day 1 began with the delivery of insulating material, protective sheeting and paving slabs. Walkways were laid down along the expansion joints. Specially designed diadem cross spaces were used to lay the slabs correctly, and diadem drain covers ensured that any rainwater would be channeled away from the walkways. On the third day, large rolls of drainage board and fleece for the filter layer were delivered and lifted to the roof by crane. The diadem engineers worked with the waterproofing constructors to put down the waterproof and insulation layers, and then a separation layer, followed by the drainage board and filter layer. The sequence of events had to be carefully coordinated so that strong winds couldn't carry away the light materials before they were weighed down by substrate. Diadem's drainage boards are made of heavy-duty recycled plastic with a high load-bearing capacity. The surface has interconnected reservoirs that hold water needed to sustain the vegetation, and inverted cups which are perforated on the top. This provides the continuous aeration necessary for the plants to thrive. 22,000 square meters of these drainage and reservoir boards were used. On top of these were placed twice that area of protection and filter fleece. Gravel boards were used to divide the roof into different areas and around the inspection boxes and skylights. The different areas of the roof were separated with gravel, which also met the requirements of the fire regulations. A 130 inspection boxes were installed on the roof. Constructed from chip and UV-resistant materials, these allow quick and easy access to the drainage systems by the maintenance workers. Installing the substrate wasn't easy. Getting it onto the roof with an ordinary crane was difficult, and moving it about the roof almost impossible. The solution? The aggregate was piped into place and then raked by hand, allowing Diadem to meet its tight deadline. Almost 2,000 cubic meters of recycled iron foundry slag was used as the base aggregate layer, and this was covered in gravel. The plan called for shrubs and flowers at different heights to create a three-dimensional effect, so a range of RDA edging elements were used to construct containers for planting beds at multiple levels over the roof. The parapet around the roof had been raised, so on this project it wasn't necessary to install Diadem's FLG fall arrest system. A variety of hardy shrubs and grasses were planted on the substrate and in the prepared beds. These were specially selected for rapid growth and minimal maintenance, to quickly create a green vegetative layer across the surface of the roof that will last for many years. Altogether, over 18,000 plants were used, creating almost 16,000 square meters of green vegetation. And the cost? Less than 1/4% of the total budget for the wastewater treatment plant to create a green space which is beautiful to look at, will reduce energy costs and benefit generations to come. After more than 3 months of planning and the use of all these materials, Diadem succeeded in creating an extensive green roof the size of 4 football pitches. By coordinating with other contractors and suppliers, the project was completed in just 15 days.